Howdy, howdy. Okay. I wanted to discuss something that's kind of got me hyped up. There's a lot of things that have been going on that we could talk about. We could talk about relevant events in politics. We usually do that. I want to talk about something that's much more significant, although it might be difficult to understand, but I'll try to. I'm not going to be able to explain it to sufficiency, but I want to point you into the direction to look and think about, and give you an orientation in that direction, and then leave you to use your own innards to roll it around in your almond jar. Okay. So recently, within the past couple of months, Doritos, like the chips, like the obnoxious chips company, they have started a anti-ad campaign, is what they call it. But it has some really interesting features. So I first became aware of it with YouTube suggested ads on videos, popping up a Doritos ad that features triangles. They also include the I Providence from like the dollar, you know. They include that in there with the triangles, and then they have a no logo, anti-logo campaign, and they're releasing bags of chips with totally blank format, with no imagery on them whatsoever. Now, in researching this ad campaign, it was announced, it looks like in August. They've started ramping up commercial advertisement to support it recently. The reason that it's impressive has nothing to do with its success commercially. Although I'd imagine it will actually be, I imagine that their numbers, when they crunch numbers, they will find success there. But that's insignificant. What is significant is that I've been talking about breaking sign for about a year, and people didn't understand what I mean, and they kind of thought I was insane. But if I told you a year ago that Doritos was going to start coming out with ads where they just weren't going to put any logos on it, they're just going to make a solid red colored chip bag and a blue colored chip bag with no imagery on it, then you would think that that was insane too, and you wouldn't understand. And so I can't say stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense, right? But this is what I'm talking about. It is a part of the process of breaking signs. That's what I call it. I don't know what kind of sanctioned words you have for it, but that's how I see it in my mind, breaking sign. And this is a process of it is a deduction. Like, it's not like I'm reading the future, right? Even though this is a very specific and complex thing to describe, it's not as though I'm reading the future. It's that I am tying in to certain aspects of reality which people don't acknowledge and don't believe in. And the ad imagery psychologically, like Doritos, like Occam's razor would be like, if you thought that was amazing, like amazingly coincidental, that I would say something like, it's time to start breaking sign, and then you have companies starting to break sign, and it doesn't make any logical sense because it's anti-commercial on the surface, on the psychological level. Not Doritos' interest is obviously commercial, but the Occam's razor would say that like Dugan knows somebody at Doritos. I don't know anybody at Doritos. This is a process that is in no one's control. That is a part of our construction and creation. And if things were random, and if there was no order to this universe, then there's no way that I would ever be able to see ahead something so complex as that, something so seemingly contra-logical and the opposite direction of the momentum of economic velocity. But because there is order, in fact, and there is design, that kind of stuff can be predicted, even though it seems illogical. And it was based off of no prior foundation to see that. It's just something that's intuitive. It's not something that I control. I'm not flying the plane. I am reading the instrument boards in the cockpit. Now, just as I have told you that you're going to start seeing sign broken, it'll continue. In the end, you will lose all the money. All the money is going away. Every bank, every World Bank controlling interest is going to be flipped upside down. You are going to have no power whatsoever, and you are going to lose it all. And not only that, you are going to, if you work for the banking industry, even though I know you have a sense of your physical power in the material world, but that is going to come to an end, and you are going to come face to face with something that is going to terrify you. And your best bet, if you think there's any merit to what I say, and if you value, I'm making a statement from the basis of judgment that your interest is your physical well-being and your like material interests and your property and life and things like that. You would do best to take the limited and temporary value that's still in your money that you possess, that is like a relative portion of energy representation, and you should reinvest that into building forests, and in return you will get some mercy if you do it. You need to make public forests. They need to have public access. They need to be gigantic. They're going to happen anyway. It would be easier if you took the money that you've amassed and then you started to build them. You would increase the velocity on this process, and that would be a good thing. It's your choice. You know, I'm just telling you the way that it is. You don't believe me, you think that that's something cute to say. It doesn't matter to me. It has no effect on me. You know, it's like it doesn't matter if I live or die. You will find out, and you will witness what is going to come, and you will come to a catharsis when you recognize the actuality of what is going to come. I love you. Have fun.